This morning I woke up and I was inquiring whether the government had passed the budget or whether there was a shutdown. So this loudmouth guy in Puerto Rico, he says he was Puerto Rico and some say he's from Dominican Republic, but he's always talking the government bad, the country bad. Now I'm not sure what game he's up to because a lot of times the FBI would have people behaving like that, and when you join in, they're gonna study what he said. They're gonna just lock you up if you say anything amiss. However, he was kind of told me that, oh no, they didn't make the budget and the government is shut down. So I said, man, let's go volunteer. Hell no, I want to see it collapse, he says, and so on. So I began to ask him. I said, bro, you understand what you're talking about? See, he figured like if America collapsed, it's gonna be like maybe Walmart, fall apart. Well, if Walmart fall apart, it's gonna be major. But let me say one of them little mom and pop store the corner. Okay. If America collapsed, the whole world collapsing immediately or soon after. We saw in '08 when Bush almost caused the economy to collapse when Europe started having problems. So it's only America and Europe. I mean, Asia, and Africa and the rest of the world, they're not important. But the point is this, that if anybody thinks that the recovery is on its way and that perhaps we've passed, what those scenarios of '08, I don't think so. I think that we have to be still prudent, still careful, still managing this recovery and nurturing it onto a big boom again. Anything short of that is quoting catastrophe. And so this guy, I told him, I said, man, can you imagine Bill Gates and Zuckerberg in some homeless shelter or in the bread line trying to get something to eat? I mean, he can't imagine that. The richest man in the world just end up just like me on Skid Row. And, people fighting over little fries that somebody throw in Burger King, garbage. Or some people fighting with the vultures to see if they could get a deer that was knocked down on the highway. It is that bad. So you don't want necessarily to precipitate anything that would cause America's collapse. While there's some idiots who think that its collapse is going to be their gain or whatever, like some of the people in the mortgage industry, they think that if a whole bunch of people lose their homes, that they're going to come and make a big killing when things improve. All right. So I'm delighted that they did let common sense prevail and they did come up with spending procedure and position posture so that the things could continue moving up. And so I'm asking folks to keep the eye on what's important. Don't get sidetracked with petty issues and the real thing about me getting re-elected or me sampatting the opposition, whatever. It's like you don't know what you're trying. Okay, so keep working at it. Be positive, put politics aside and get things moving, because when hard times come, it doesn't matter your stripe, your political stripe or your religious tone or whatever, it's going to be over. And then the guy went on to talk about how California will slip away and Florida will disappear. But Florida, and I got something personal to take with my child, put me in jail, to do all this crazy stuff. I'm not going to wish the worst case scenario on anybody. But evil people gonna pay, okay? And evil people need to stop being evil because evil is already judged. Evil will only bring grief and pain and suffering. So please, evil folks, just go away, man. And this guy also is telling me that Christians, in the majority of Christians, gonna hang people or whatever. I mean, I don't know what he's about. He tell me he has a degree and all this stuff. Well, I'm not surprised. You could have a degree but still stupid. But a little theology or understanding will show that just how Christ was crucified, this is the same way they're going to attempt to crucify the saints, the Christians. And God says he's going to cut short the work in righteousness or else nobody would be saved. So there's where we're at. So I don't know why he's doing it, but I just got to be careful because sometimes you listen to these idiots and then you start thinking just like them and start mouthing like them, and then the FBI come in and lock you up and say you're terrorists, you're making threats and all this stuff. So that's the deal with this idiot. So I'm glad that Boehner and Reid and the White House were able to come up with a solution to this impasse and things are resolved. Please don't pray for the end. It's brutal.